Sir Peter Thomas Blake, CBE, RDI, RA is an English pop artist, best known for co-creating the sleeve design for the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Early and personal life: born in Dartford, Kent, he was educated at the Gravesend Technical College School of Art, and the Royal College of Art. Blake lives in Chiswick, London. Career: during the late 1950s, Blake became one of the best-known British pop artists. His paintings from this time included imagery from advertisements, music hall entertainment, and wrestlers, often including collaged elements. Blake was included in group exhibitions at the Institute of Contemporary Arts and had his first solo exhibition in 1960. In the Young Contemporaries exhibition of 1961, in which he exhibited alongside David Hockney and R.B. Kitaj, he was first identified with the emerging British pop art movement. Blake won the John Moores Jr. Award for Self-Portrait with Badges. He came to wider public attention when, along with Pauline Boty, Derek Boshier and Peter Phillips, he featured in Ken Russell's Monitor film on pop art, Pop Goes the Easel, broadcast on BBC television in 1962. From 1963, Blake was represented by Robert Fraser, placing him at the centre of swinging London and brought him into contact with leading figures of popular culture. Work: On the Balcony is a significant early work which remains an iconic piece of British pop art, showing Blake's interest in combining images from pop culture with fine art. The work, which appears to be a collage but is wholly painted, shows, among other things, a boy on the left of the composition holding a Permildewood Mayonnaise, the balcony, badges and magazines. It was inspired by a painting by Honora Copyright Shara depicting workers holding famous paintings, Workers and Paintings. Blake has referred to the work of other artists many times. Another example, the first real target, a standard archery target with the title written across the top, is a play on paintings of targets by Kenneth Noland and Jasper Johns. Blake painted several album sleeves. He designed the sleeve for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with his wife Jan Haworth, the American-born artist whom he married in 1963 and divorced in 1979. The Sgt. Pepper's sleeve has become an iconic work of pop art, much imitated and Blake's best-known work. Producing the collage necessitated the construction of a set with cut-out photographs and objects, such as flowers, centered on a drum with the title of the album. Blake has subsequently complained about the one-off fee he received for the design, with no subsequent royalties. Blake made sleeves for the Band Aid single, Do They Know It's Christmas? Paul Weller's Stanley wrote in the Ian Dury tribute album Brand New Boots and Panties. He designed the sleeves for Pentangle's Sweet Child and The Who's Face Dances, which features portraits of the band by a number of artists. In 1969, Blake left London to live near Bath. His work changed direction to feature scenes based on English folklore and characters from Shakespeare. In the early 1970s, he made a set of watercolor paintings to illustrate Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass using a young artist, Celia Wanless, as the model for Alice, and in 1975 he was a founder of the Brotherhood of Ruralists. Blake moved back to London in 1979 and his work returned to earlier popular culture references. In January 1992, Blake appeared on BBC Two's acclaimed Arena Masters of the Canvas documentary and painted the portrait of the wrestler Kendo Nagasaki. In June 2006, as The Who returned to play Leeds University 36 years after recording their seminal Live at Leeds album in 1970, Blake unveiled a Live at Leeds 2 artwork to commemorate the event. The artist and The Who's Pete Townshend signed an edition which will join the gallery's collection. More recently, Blake has created artists' editions for the opening of the Pallant House Gallery, which houses collections of his most famous paintings. The works are homages to his earlier work on the Stanley Road album cover and Babe Rainbow prints. He designed a series of deck chairs. In 2006, Blake designed the cover for Oasis' greatest hits album Stop the Clocks. According to Blake, he chose all of the objects in the picture at random, but the sleeves of Sgt. Pepper's and Definitely Maybe were in the back of his mind. He claims, "It's using the mystery of Definitely Maybe and running away with it." Familiar cultural icons which can be seen on the cover include Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, Charles Manson and the Seven Dwarfs from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Blake revealed that the final cover wasn't the original, which featured an image of the shop granny takes a trip on the King's Road in Chelsea, London. Blake created an updated version of Sgt. Pepper with famous figures from Liverpool Historia for the campaign for Liverpool to become European Capital of Culture in 2008, and has created a series of prints to celebrate Liverpool's status. In 2008, Blake painted a pig for the public art event King Blood's Pigs in Bath in the city of Bath. A fan of Chelsea Football Club, Blake designed a collage to promote the team's home kit in 2010. He also designed a shopping bag for the Lucky Brand Jeans Company for the holiday season. As part of the Big Egg Hunt February 2012, Sir Peter Blake designed an egg on behalf of Dorchester Collection. Blake created the carpet which runs through the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom's Middlesex Guildhall building. As he approached his 80th birthday, he undertook a project to recreate the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club brand cover with images of friends and great people, this time using desktop editing software rather than plywood cut-out images as used in the set created for the original album cover. To mark his 80th birthday, an exhibition was held at Pallant House Gallery in Chichester to celebrate the artist's long associations with music called Peter Blake and Pop Music. In 2014, he exhibited his illustrations inspired by Under Milkwood at National Museum, Cardiff. Honours: Blake became a Royal Academician in 1981, and a CBE in 1983. In 2002 he was knighted as a Knight Bachelor for his services to art. Retrospectives of Blake's work were held at the Tate in 1983 in Tate, Liverpool, and 2008. In February 2005, the Sir Peter Blake Music Art Gallery, located in the School of Music, University of Leeds, was opened by the artist. The permanent exhibition features 20 examples of Blake's album sleeve art, including the only public showing of a signed print of his Sgt. Pepper's artwork. In March 2011, Blake was awarded an honorary Dmas from the University of Leeds, and marked by the public unveiling of his artwork for the Boogie Festa album. On July 18, 2011, Blake was awarded an honorary degree for Doctor of Art from Nottingham Trent University. In 2014 he was made an honorary academician at the Royal West of England Academy, Bristol. Bibliography, 1991, 24 Nights by Eric Clapton, a scrapbook by Peter Blake, 2009, That Lucky Old Sun by Brian Wilson, a 12 limited edition prints by Peter Blake. See also, Middlesex Guildhall Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Notes. References, No. 35, Volume 9, edited by John L. Walters, Quantum Publishing, 2000. External links, Theart's Desk Q&A, Peter Blake, Blake's artworks made with Brian Wilson, That Lucky Old Sun 2009, Blake at the Tate Gallery, including a biography and images of several of his works, Jonathan Jones on Blake's self-portrait with badges from The Guardian, a profile of Peter Blake by Nicholas Rowe from The Guardian, Brotherhood of Ruralists website, Peter Blake article in Art and Culture magazine, June 2002 BBC article about Blake, Autumn 2006 interview in Liverpool's Nerve magazine, Tate Shots, Sir Peter Blake and the Museum of Everything About an exhibition curated by Peter Blake. December 10, 2010. Tate Shots, Peter Blake, a retrospective. The artist talks about his works at the Tate Liverpool retrospective. August 1, 2007, Oxford Times review of Peter Blake at Bowen Gallery, Paul Stolper Gallery limited edition print gallery website.